Okay, first, right? So far we saw only this like server side programming like core Java. Core Java means we saw a lot of things: threads, collections, strings, and some JDK 5 features and JDK 8 features. These are the things we saw so far, right? Okay.
Yeah, we saw a JDK 5. Actually, JDK 8, actually, maybe we didn't see.
Oh, we didn't say. Okay, let me find. No problem. I will show you today. There is one major feature is there in JDK 8. That will not take much time. So to support JDK 8, so we need JDK 8 one point, and the second point is we need minimum version of Eclipse is, I'll show you. So we need a latest version, otherwise it will not support whatever you have the old version.
Okay.
So which version of Eclipse you have?
I think I have the Luna, the
Luna.
Neo.
Oh. Neon will support, but Luna will not support.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
I'll update.
Luna will support. Sorry, it will
Something.
support.
Yeah. Okay.
Luna onwards, Luna, Mars, Neon, Oxygen, these will support. I mean, rest of the things, right? If you see the on the top of that, what do you say that Luna, these things will not support.
Yeah, yeah.
So Luna will support JDK 8.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
can use it that one. In my machine, I installed only for testing purpose. I installed, what is this version? 4.5. 4.5 Mars. I have Mars basically.
Okay, yeah, it's support.
It will support. So either you can install 4.4 onwards, it will support. 4.4, 5, 6, 7. So anyone you can install, it will support. Okay. Okay. So let me start a simple one. So in JDK 5 we saw annotation, generics, and enums. There's some of the features we saw, right?
Yeah.
In JDK 8, right, there are some so many features. Is that the major features are, one is Lambda expression, the second one is streams. The two major features are there. So first we will see Lambda expressions.
Okay. So is that the lambda that was in the calculus? Sometimes we saw or different.
Not calculus. It's
Okay.
basically it's kind of an interface.
Okay.
Oh, you mean to say you saw in calculator?
Yeah, yeah. Sometimes.
Maybe some symbol is there for lambda. Okay, let me write a simple example so that we will understand very easily. Okay. So this is the simple main class. Alright, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, what I will do, I'm going to create a interface. These are the very important point. If you go for interview, if you say I know JDK 8, they will ask immediately what is lambda expression.
Okay.
So this is the interface calc. Okay, and inside the interface there is a method public int add. So what it will take? It will take two numbers, integer a comma integer b.
Okay.
Okay, this is the interface and it will take two methods or two numbers.
Interface is a method actually.
Yes, this is a method and this is a calculator. This is the interface.
Interface.
And now I'm writing other class calc user. This is a class.
Okay.
Okay, here
Yeah.
I'm going to write a method public integer add b or a operation. So so it will take an input of type calc,
Okay.
and inside that you can call calc dot add. You can pass the numbers 10, 20. You can return this value. So this is the interface. Did we implement this interface anywhere so far?
So is actually implementing in under the public add operation methods?
An operation is there, but here we are not implementing. Just we are calling that value calc dot. We are calling directly. We are not providing any implementation. We are not providing anywhere a plus b, right?
Oh, you're not. Oh, yeah. Just so there is the two KLC you have written. So what's
So
the
this is
difference?
the interface, and this is the calc user.
Yeah.
This is the calculator, and this is the calculator user.
Yeah. No, I'm asking that in the add operation under argument one is KLC.
Correct. This is the input, basically input type of calculator. We are passing a calculator, and we are calling. We are trying to call a method.
Okay.
So calculator user, calc user is the end user, right?
Yeah.
So end user we have to give always interface. End user don't need implementation. So that's what I'm giving for end user calc interface.
Okay.
So from the calc interface, he is trying to call one method.
Add.
But so far we didn't see the implementation. Like we didn't see anywhere a plus b written.
No.
So the general way how to call this one, first way, existing way. So
Creating an
exist.
object.
Yes, first what you have to do, we have to create an object. Calc user equal to new calc user.
Yeah.
Okay, calc user c is new calc user. So now I have to call calc user dot
Add
add
operation.
operation. So
Yeah.
here, right, what I had to pass, I had to pass calc object, right?
Right. Right.
But this is an interface, right? I'm not able to create an object for calc.
Right.
So what I had to do, the traditional way, I had to implement the calculator now. So here what I had to do, a plus b.
B.
So now I implemented the calculator. So now I can pass this object here.
Yeah.
New.
Yeah.
Now this is fine. So now I'm providing the implementation.
Yeah.
So I provided the implementation. So I can pass this one. Now I can call the directly cu dot add. Yeah. Now I'm already calling the calc interface. So what it will return? It will return an integer. So let me store results. So now I'm getting the results. Let me print the value. So far so this is the interface, and this interface I am passing for this one as an argument, and I am providing the implementation here. So now
Okay.
I'm calling the add operation. Now I'm getting the results. Now I'm printing the results. Yeah. So this is the results. Correct, right?
Yeah.
So this is the existing one. So whenever if any interface is there, we have to implement that one. If you have any interface, we have to implement like this.
Okay.
Okay. So if you use JDK8, right, what will happen? JDK8. So you can comment out all this stuff for time being. and you can comment out all this stuff. Time being, it is not required.
Okay.
So now mainly, right, we have to call this method and we are passing the implementation here. Correct? We
Yeah.
are passing the calculator implementation and we are providing the implementation here. So the main, what is the implementation here? Only we are implementing this add method, right?
Yeah.
So inside this method, what you are writing here, the business logic.
Right.
So the main, what is the here? A plus B.
Yeah.
So this is the main thing, right? So now if you use JDK8, right, what will happen? First, what you have to do, we have to create an object for calc user. Calc user cu equal to new calc user. After that, what we are doing, cu dot add operation. So here, right, as part of an argument, we have to provide the calculator implementation. Right? This is the one. Correct?
Yeah.
We have to pass the calculator implementation, but inside that we have to implement the add method, and inside that we have to write this method. So the main goal is first, right, what we have to pass. So this is the lambda expression. This is the method. What is the method name? Add. So add method. There is only one method, right?
Yeah.
So there is only one method. So you no need to specify the method name. Just specify the arguments. Int comma a, int comma b. Okay. This is a method and their arguments. Only one method is there, an integer a, integer b. After that, you have to write this symbol. After that, you have to open bracket and end bracket. So this one, open bracket and end bracket. So here what you have to do, you have to write the a plus b. One second. A plus b first. So so this is the method. Add. It is taking how many arguments? Two arguments of integer a plus b. After
Yeah.
that, so this is the symbol we have to write always. And after that, what is the, how many lines is the implementation?
There is actually two lines.
Only one line.
One line.
Just written. So it's returning a integer, right? So you no
Yeah.
need to write here return. Just provide implementation. In case of
Okay.
one line. In case of one line.
Yeah.
Okay. Now let run it and we will see the results whether we will get same implementation or not. So we have to take results. Let me assign it to results and we have to print the results. Now we are getting the results. So we didn't implemented that calculator interface. We didn't use any extra class, right?
Yeah.
So this is a method basically. Basically, we are implementing directly the method. We are not implementing the entire interface. Just we are passing, this is the method and this is the business logic. Okay. So
Yes.
let's say for instance, if you have multiple lines here as part of this method implementation, if there is multiple lines is there, in that case, open bracket, close bracket, and here return return a plus b. So this is your implementation. So basically you are writing here multiple lines.
Okay, just by semicolon, whatever else I can write down.
Correct. Here you can write a number of statements. If you want to write, you can write this out also. So this is called lambda expression. Just by using lambda expression, we can reduce one class. We are not writing any implementation for this interface. We are implementing directly this method. So this is in case of single line and multi-line. Say for instance here, right? So how many arguments is there in this interface? Two arguments, right?
Yeah.
So these data types are fixed. So can we remove this one? This is also same. There is no difference.
So that means we don't have to define actually the whether it is integer or string, anything else. Just putting the argument values.
Correct. That's all. So this here only one method is there, right? Only one method is there, and these data types are fixed. So you have to pass. If you are trying to pass any other value, it will not take. So here we have to declare only variables, and you can do operation whatever you want. So here also what we are doing here, you are declaring a variables and you are performing the operation, right?
Right.
The same operation, the same thing. I'm implementing the method. I'm not writing any class. Directly I'm implementing the method.
Right.
So this is called Lambda Expressions. These are very important in JDK8 feature.
So whenever I want to use the Lambda, I have to always use the interface.
Yes, interface which is having only one method. So this interface we used to call it as a functional interface.
Okay.
Functional interface means it is having only one method.
Okay.
Only one method, and you can add any number of arguments, doesn't matter. So say for instance, if you want to pass a string operation. So string, okay, let me change data type integer to string. String, right? So string. So inputs you have to pass as a string, right?
Yep.
So these are the two inputs we are passing, and we are expecting the results. So
Right.
now here what you have to do, this is a strings, right? So strings, how we are combining?
We are combining
A plus B return. So what it's
so we
telling,
have to put the
string.
colon. Oh yeah.
Basically results is string. So you have to combine chain here, integer to string,
Sure.
return is string. So that's all. So you are declaring two strings and you are expecting results as a string. So these are the inputs and these are the business logic. Now
So under the interface, actually, how many a number of method we can use it?
only one method.
Only one method.
So this
So
is called functional interface.
functional. Okay. So is there any other interface actually other suppose is functional? So is there any other interface that we can use it?
If any other interface means if you want to add two methods, then we have to implement that interface like this.
Okay.
If you have only one method,
I can use
yeah, you can use this lambda expression. You no need to do any implementation. Directly in one line,
yeah.
you can implement it and you can able to get the results. So this is very important in JDK8 feature. So I got the results ABC PQR. Basically,
Okay.
I'm calling add operation. I supposed to pass here interface implementation, but directly I'm passing the method implementation.
Okay.
So this is a very important feature and lambda expression. So you're clear, right?
Yep.
Okay. Now there is another feature is there, streams. So this is the simple main class. So here, right, what I want to say, so far we have declared a list, right? List of elements equal to new array list. So these are the array list, right?
Yeah.
So how we are adding list dot add. So we are adding elements here like this. ABC. We can add so many elements. PQR, XYZ. There are so many elements. You can
Yeah.
add another like 1, 2, 3 also. So these are the elements. So how we are iterating this one? The first one is we can use for loop.
Yeah.
Integer I less than list dot length. So this is one way, right?
Yeah.
And the second one is we can use iterator, right?
Okay.
This is the second approach. And the third one is we can use for each.
Yeah.
JDK 8 feature I might have told for each. Okay, this is the third approach. And the fourth one, right? If you use JDK 1.8, so what is the difference? How we are going to iterate this loop? So these three, you know, right? For loop
Yeah.
and iteration,
For each.
for each, and it. These are the existing one. So if at all, if you use JDK 8, so how we are going to iterate? You know, list dot. There is a method called for each inside the list interface.
Okay.
Okay, there is a method called um, for each inside the list interface. So that way, what it will take. So how many lines I have written here?
Only one line.
Only one line. Just go and print it. So you can able to retrieve all the elements. I have not written any for loop here. Only
So
one.
here actually, for each I, then lambda, then printing something else. So
Yes, correct.
this is the real format of doing printing, or this is the fixed.
So this is the minimized format. So for here we are using for I equal to 0, I less than list
Yeah.
dot length, I plus
Yeah.
plus and opening bracket. So, so
Right.
that is the one step. And the from the second step, right, list dot get iterator, I dot
Yeah.
has next. So this is the second step. And for each also, for integer colon and list, something like that we are writing. So that are the common steps. So we minimized all these things to one what is it, in one line.
Yeah.
So this is the variable they declared, and this is the lambda symbol, and this is the operation what you want to do with that element.
Right.
So in my case I want to print directly one statement. Say for instance you want to validate that one, more statements. Twist link. So if you want to write more lines, so you can write here.
Okay.
You can able to write a number of lines, right?
Yeah.
So this is called stream. Basically what it will do, it will convert all the elements into a stream, and it will assign each element to this variable one time,
Okay.
and you can use the elements as per your requirement.
Right.
So if you want to check this condition, you can check. You can write if condition if I dot equals ABC, you can display the value. If you want to check whether ABC is there or not, you can apply condition like that. So did you see that here? Did I mention any data type?
Now.
Or no, I didn't mention any data type, right?
Yeah.
So basically, if you're not mentioning any data type, it will define a variable with data type as an object.
Okay.
If you use any generics here, say for instance, if you use here strings, so by default automatically it will not take any other data types, right, if you use generics. So I need to comment out. So in this case it will define a variable of type string, then you can perform the operation, so you will get the results. Why? Because I am checking only ABC is there or not in the list.
Okay, so what is the symbol list? Then the you write under the string. What is called? What is the name of the symbol?
This symbol,
No, the upper in the under the list, and then you write string. Yeah,
oh, this is the one.
yeah,
Yeah, this is a generics, I think we have discussed it, right?
yeah. Generic. Yeah, but the symbol actually. Okay,
This
generics.
symbol we used to call as generics. If you want to
Okay,
define a specific data type, so then you have
okay,
to define the data type like this. If you want to define
okay.
only integers, you can have to define like this integer.
So you do
Then
take only integers.
only integers. If you are trying to add any other data type, the compiler will not tell us. See, no, you are not able to add.
Okay,
So now we have to comment out this. You can enable this one. So now what it will do, it will declare this one as an object so that it can able to take any number of data type. So you can add anything in the list. So JDK JVM will create a variable this as an object.
okay,
So now go to like this and see, now we are adding a data as a 1 2 3 and we are checking ABC. ABC is not there in the list, right?
right.
So you are not printing anything. So
Yep.
this is the second feature. It is called stream basically. So it is a very important feature.
Yeah.
So because so if you want to achieve the same input, if you want to achieve the same operation in JDK 1.76 or 54, so you have to write any one of these method operation. So that will take some 3 4 lines. But in one line, we are writing everything
Yeah.
in one line. So this one directly in method. In method, when we are calling a method, directly we are implementing.
Yep.
So this is the second advantage of JDK 1.8.
Okay.
So this is clear, right?
Yep.
Okay, let me create a new video. This is only for JDK
Right.
8. So I will start some other video. Where is that?